Hey everybody, welcome to another video review. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for in a sense. We've gone through all of the wonderful little tiny warriors and clans of the Blood Rage board game miniatures, but now we finally get to sort of the stars of the show, so to speak, and these are the big monsters. The last segment, segment 8, I believe, we did all the so-called little ones, which is the normal miniature size ones, from the Valkyrie to the Dwarf Chieftains and the Soldiers of Hell and the Dark Elves. And they're all beautiful in their own right. But these are sort of the big hitters, the larger size miniatures. These are the monsters that kind of really, set the stage to impress people. So I'm going to start by just kind of, showcasing the core large monsters, which is the fire giant, the ice giant, the troll, and the sea serpent. So leading things off is the ice giant. This is what Top Miniatures designates as a level 4 paint job, which is kind of the best of the best, the most time they spent, worthy of entering it in a show. And just wanted to sort of look at the amazing modifications. Take a look here from the bottom. They added all this, fall snow to the base. Put all the snow effects on the cliff. And then, of course, a beautiful paint job. I have one of this version painted by the great Robert Carlson, which I love quite a bit. And his is blue. This one is white. Both are amazing, and I'm glad to have both. But this is just an incredible paint job. Look at the blue, the dark blue of the ruins. You can actually feel the ice coming off his skin. Look at all the texture of his hair, the wild hair, the beard, all of that just sort of blowing around. You have the great metal effects of the the circlet, the armband, the huge muscles, and of course the gigantic boulder with the snow on top, and then a very nice effect with the icicles hanging off the bottom. So turning him around, get to appreciate him from the backside. Very, very nice, very beautiful. Look at the amazing detail on this guy. So this is the ice giant. Fantastically painted. You gotta love all of the ice effects. And again, following the classic paint scheme of Adrian Smith's Art of Blood Rage, just with a little bit more punch, so to speak. Kind of getting a close-up of some of the texturing work that's done. And then kind of leaning back, showcasing him off. This is a phenomenal, spectacular paint job. Very pleased with it. So there you have it. Beautiful. Let's take a look at him next to an unpainted plastic. So right on over here, you can clearly now see what the difference a professional paint job is. Here's just a regular rock, plastic base, no modifications at all, as you can see. And then of course, the actual pro build-up. I think that's pretty remarkable. Really, really nice. So there you have it. This is the ice giant. Next up, let's get the brother, the fire giant in here. Look at this bad guy right here. Amazing work on the armor. Look at the open mouth. You know, all the skulls and the effects of the glowing eyes on the skulls. Beautifully detailed golden armor. Again, the runes are glowing, just as the ice giant is glowing blue, this guy's glowing red. The base completely modified to reflect the lava. And then of course the stonework kind of breaking apart under the heat of the lava. Here is a close-up of the beautiful sword and the flames coming off of it. The texturing of the skin. I always think of this guy as the fire demon, but he's really the fire giant. Look at all the hair, and then you look at the back. Look at all the different skulls, all of them glowing red with fire. You can see his pleated hair. And of course, again, the runes on his body glowing with the inner fire. It's kind of interesting that the feet actually look like another hand. I never noticed that. Here's the back side, the back surface of the flaming sword. So yeah, these are kind of amazing. Let me see if I pick him up. Hopefully I can get a little bit more appreciation for the finer details now that he's in my hand. Look at all the work on the gold armor, the gauntlet. Here he goes again. Let's put this bad boy with his unpainted brother. So again, check it out. All the details are there in the sculpt, but again, the paint job just, you know, kind of takes it to beyond the next level here. Compare the two. Look at the back. Kind of again goes to show you how much work it goes into taking one of these guys and turning it into this work of art right here. A lot of really, really nice fire giants out there, both by home hobbyists as well as professionals. Again, I have a Robert Carlson one. But you know, this is one of the better ones out there in my opinion ever done. It can certainly stand proudly with all the other fire giants. So the ice giant and the fire giant are sort of like marquee, you know, the marquee miniatures of the Blood Rage set. And so a lot of people have sort of, you know, given it their try, done their thing. It's overall wonderful stuff. All right. I can't resist putting the two of them together. So here's the ice giant and the fire giant back to back. I mean, how awesome is that? Look at that. It's gonna be so fun to play these guys. Like when this guy goes crashing through one of the lands, destroying every single non-monster on it. You can actually buy that now, you know what I mean? So pretty cool. Okay, let's take him off the field. Next guy up is going to be the Troll. Again, all of these are level 4, paid for the highest level of quality, the highest level of detail. So here he is. Very brown and earthy, as befits a troll. Love the detail work on the rope around the wrists, the gold armbands, the huge warhammer, and the runes carved into the stone, the wood, the little bit of detail here, the gold. He has free tattoos, kind of free drawn on the skin, which is a really nice touch right there. Hopefully you can see that. It's pretty amazing. Look at the back. You can actually see the small fine details around the loincloth right there. And of course his hair, and the beads in the hair. So all of these guys are amazing. Look at the little skull necklace, all the little teeth. Very tribal. And again, holding still so you can kind of appreciate the tattoos free drawn or free painted on his body. Beautiful stuff. You can get a little bit of finer appreciation of his face. Right on over here. So yeah, all of these are just winners. Complete home runs out of the ballpark. Got the tribal tattoos on that side. The musculature. More bones and little tiny accents, trinkets, so to speak. So here's the troll. And then of course, we take a look at the unpainted version. You can see how it pops next to the unpainted version here. Look at that. Even look at the hammer. Look at how much detail comes out of the hammer, though, the texture of the stone versus the plain plastic here. As you can see, this one doesn't have any tattoos at all. So you know that the tattoos on the painted version is all, again, just drawn. Great stuff. This is really, truly a level 4 paint job right there. Again, hopefully you can appreciate the difference between the two. All right, so that's our troll. And certainly last but not least, let's bust out with the sea serpent. Now, this is a challenge to, I think, properly do, because the sea serpent's design is a little goofy with all these tentacles off of the head. I mean, I don't know what to make of that. And it's really hard to, I've seen a lot of really bad sea serpents, on, the internet, where it's just like the colors seem a little bit too garish almost. And I think for him, less is more. But here, look at the beautiful shading of the green as it goes from a little bit of yellow to green to yellow, from these tentacles, from the head all the way to the tips. Look at that. So it's very nicely blended. It's like shimmering almost. And of course, fantastic work on the mouth. It's glossed. You can actually see the bits of drool on there. Wonderful work here, actually. Wonderful work. Hopefully, again, you can appreciate a little bit better. Look at the detail of the mouth. And then, of course, the body coming out of the spray. And the base really requires a lot of work here. They have to be glossed. It has to give you the illusion, the feel of the ocean coming out. So again, hopefully you can appreciate that. Kind of like the frothing of the water as this gigantic sea serpent rises out of the depths. And here's the back. You can see the water sort of still clinging to the scales. So I do like the color, a little bit dark green with yellows and whites blended in. Again, not too crazy, not too rainbow, not too bright. And again, love the drool effects that they put in. and the work on the inner gum and the tongue. Here's the unpainted version. So you can see the difference between the two. Again, pretty phenomenal. All right. Great job by Top Miniatures and by Mina. I always kind of make a point of mentioning her by name because she's the the painter that was assigned to my project. I spent all this time, literally 6 months, working on it. All right, let's get the core monsters together, shall we? We got the sea serpent, the troll, the fire giant, and last but not least, the ice giant. So this is the painted, look at the unpainted versions out of the way. So this is the painted version of the core big monsters from Blood Rage board game. About as magnificent a paint job as you will see. I'm over the moon with how these guys turned out. Beautiful. So, all right, I mean, I'll leave with this group shot. Not much better than that. Hope you enjoyed that review of all of the big monsters from the core game. And then the next segment, we'll be looking at the big miniatures, the 3 left over that are all Kickstarter exclusives. Okay, until next time, hope you enjoyed that. Do take care.